Talk to us a little bit about in your developmental process. Obviously, we're here at Traction. Talk to us about how Traction has impacted you and helped you from the body of people that we have that work here, or just athletes that we have that's training here. Talk to us about how that's helped you out in your process.
It definitely was the biggest help, like through high school, and just having like, I would say Traction opened like so many doors for me as far as like outside of the football world, and as far as being able to like see people who already been in my position do it. Like, so it's really like with the Austin Max, Ben Skowronek, Jesse Bates, like all the people, like AWP early days going into Traction, just having those people around, having people who I could vividly be around who was in the same position as me. I feel like that that was really all that needed to be done, to be honest. Because if I see people who from Fort Wayne, Indiana, just like me, at the next level, and I could work out with them, or I could text them and call them and talk to them on the phone, that's kind of really all that needed to be done. As far as having you as a mentor for me, that was kind of another big thing that kind of helped me a lot also, because you definitely you put me around a lot of stuff that I needed to see, meeting a lot of people that I needed to meet, and that really was all that needed to be done, to be honest. Like, I just seen what I wanted to be when I get older, and y'all basic Traction basically has all of that. So it was really just, I would say, just being here. Like, that's all it takes. I feel like just being here, being around Traction, like that really that was all I needed, to be honest.
Speaking of mentors, you have, I would think that, and I think most people would think, you have one of the better examples on a football field of what you can become and what you want to become in Jesse Bates. How has that relationship helped you kind of become and grow into who you are right now?
I would say definitely it helped me, like, as far as, it helped me on the mental aspect more than anything with Jesse Bates, because I knew of Jesse Bates, but I didn't really start having conversations with him until probably about last year. So he kind of showed me a whole different dynamic to being a pro. Mm-hmm. And he is a pro. He been doing it for some time now. So I would say just the mental aspect, like, it's so much stuff that you got to tap into, as far as your mental, that can excel you, and it can help you play faster. It can help you recognize certain things. And I feel like he's taught me that more than anything, because I know what I'm capable of as a regular athlete. I feel like I'm one of the best athletes in the country. And I feel like in order for me to elevate my game to how I really want to elevate it, I gotta be tapped into the mental aspect. And that's the biggest thing that Jesse has taught me, as far as watching film, picking up on certain things, taking care of your body, like all type of stuff like that. It's a part of the mental aspect, and I really didn't know that, to be honest, until I talked to him. Even when I first got to college, it was like I was just there, like I was still just being an athlete, like go to practice, eat, come home, have a bag of Takis or something, like, you feel me? Like, that's how it was. And he kind of just challenged me to move like a pro.
Yeah.
And that definitely helped me get to where I am now. It excelled me to have the spring bar that I did have now heading into fall camp. So he's definitely a big help for me, and he's definitely just really showed me how to move like a professional at all times.
I appreciate Jesse, because in high school, I think you were probably McDonald's #1 marketer, because all you did was eat was McDonald's. And so definitely. I appreciate that. What makes Tae special? Like, what makes Tae Tae as a player? Like, when people think about Tae, because now during spring ball, you can kind of see the development of Tae. I think the DC at one point was saying, "Who is this guy?" Like, and he was new, obviously, but who is this guy? And you were making plays, and when we talked on the phone, it was almost like you were like, "Man, I'm making plays every day. Like it's legit happening every single day." And you're still young and learning the system, learning where you should be, learning all of these elements that go along with playing a game. But who is Tae? Like, what are people going to get? What is the guarantee get from Tae as a football player? Because you know Notre Dame fans are.
Yeah, it's gonna get really like, I feel like it's gonna be a whole different dynamic. Like what I'm trying to bring, because like Notre Dame, we went to the national championship last year, but I'm trying to bring, I want to bring the not like the hood side or like the you know, like the other side,
Yeah.
but I want to bring that inner city swagger and that like that South Side swagger. That's what I want to bring. Like I want to bring swagger to where everybody feel good about themselves. Like I want to make the fans feel good about themselves, the coaches, my teammates. Like I just want to bring swagger to the whole program. That's going to change the dynamic of the program, because I feel like the dynamic of our program is changing, and I feel like as far as me, I want to bring that swagger. I want to bring that competitiveness. I want to bring that attitude. Like I want to bring everything that I can bring to turn Indiana up. That's the biggest thing, and I really take pride in what I'm doing because I'm from Indiana, and I have pride in Indiana. So I want to bring the whole Indiana personality, just bring it out and show everybody like what we really about.
Talk to us about the pride that you have in the Fort Wayne Notre Dame pipeline. You have Jalen Smith, you have Drew Tranquil, Ben Skoranek, who went there after his 4 years of going to Northwestern. You have John Goodman, you have Tyler Eifert, Tony Springman. You have these players who are here from the city that went to Notre Dame. Talk to us about what does that mean to Tae?
To me personally, that means a lot as far as like people just from my city in general. I pride myself on loyalty, and I know like I'd never be the person to get big and like leave Fort Wayne or not even claim Fort Wayne. I pride myself on loyalty, and like seeing people from Fort Wayne go to Notre Dame, especially like as I was getting recruited and stuff before I even was committed, it gave me a boost of like motivation, and it gave me a boost of like I could go to the NFL. Because all of them names you named, they went to the NFL, and they're from Fort Wayne. And not to compare myself to them as players, but I know if they can go to the NFL, I feel like I have a pretty good chance of getting to the NFL by taking the same process they did and following behind the same way they did. And that kind of really was, I would say that kind of really was like the main driving factor to get me there. Just knowing that everybody from Fort Wayne that went to Notre Dame ended up in the NFL. And that's my end goal, the NFL. So I feel like it was really, that played the biggest part in it all. And I wanted to just continue the Fort Wayne to South Bend pipeline. So I feel like it's a really good pipeline. And I would encourage any young athlete from Fort Wayne who can possibly go to Notre Dame, I would encourage that.
Go ahead and do your recruiting spill. Go ahead and do it. Recruit.
We about 5 for 5 right now, 6 for 6. So it's really just, it was about going to the NFL then. Like once I seen everybody from Fort Wayne that went to South Bend ended up in the NFL, that's kind of when it clicked. Like if I work and do what I'm supposed to do and just stay grounded and stay humble, I could be next. And I feel like it'll start something big for the city.
Now, number change. So you went from 16 in the spring to number 9, which is a big number when you talk about Fort Wayne to Notre Dame, Fort Wayne to South Bend, or whatnot, because that was Jalen Smith's number. And we know Jalen to be probably the best player, if not arguably the best player to ever come out of Indiana in terms of football. and then he went to South Bend and had a stellar career. Did really well his freshman year. Talk about that number switch. I know it's just people can say it's just a number, but that's a big deal because you're following somebody who came from the same stomping ground that you came from and had success.
Yeah, so that the number definitely it does mean a lot to me because, like I said, I'm big on loyalty.
Yeah.
And I'm big on just representing my city, and I feel like the first thing is this is a way that I could represent my city. Like Fort Wayne, number 9. There's only 2 people from Fort Wayne who have did that, and the first was All-American, draft pick, Pro Bowler. So that's the type of trajectory I want to be on, and really just to be able to even be able to wear that after missing 9 games and coming back and playing in the 4 games before the playoffs.
Yeah.
To be able to wear number 9, I feel like it just shows my development, and it shows like the progress that I have made since being there. And the main thing is just putting on for the city.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, 'cause I originally was going to keep 16 and just stay with 16 throughout my whole career. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, just to just keep my authentic number. But I want to put on for my city. That's the main thing. I want to be motivation to my city.
Yeah.
And me wearing number 9, I feel like it's definitely gonna be motivation to my city, and I feel like it's gonna turn me up in a way, because I'm playing for myself. I'm playing for my family, and I'm definitely playing for my city too. So at the end of the day, it's really just about putting on for my city. I feel like, and putting on for the legends who is in front of me.
Yeah. How do you manage that expectation? Because obviously you have players that came from the city, went to South Bend, Notre Dame, and then go to the league. How are you managing the expectation? Because when you talk, obviously the goal is next level, NFL. How do you manage those expectations, knowing that those are the expectations for you personally?
I kind of manage it by just making sure I'm staying on top of like everything like that's gonna propel me to go there. So I hardly worry about my talent and my ability and what I'm able to do, because I know I can go do all of that second nature. Like, I don't have to. It's not an expectation for me to go catch a pick, or like I don't say I expect to catch 5 picks, because I feel like I could just go do that. As far as like me seeing it as expectations, I just see it as go to school, make sure I keep good grades, make sure I'm studying the playbook.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the little stuff that's gonna help me get there, because it's not. That's why it don't make me see it as an expectation, because I know if I keep good grades and take care of my body, study the playbook, and just do everything I'm supposed to do, the football part that's the easiest part.
Yeah.
I don't really look into the football part, because I know I'm talented enough. I was blessed enough to be able to be really good at football. So it's really the biggest expectation for me, I feel like, is keeping everything outside of the football stuff in control. And long as I do that, then I don't have no worries about anything, to be honest. No, I don't feel no pressure. It's no expectations. Long as I keep everything that keep my football engine running, I feel great.